For my enterprise project, I've decided to create a new solo project called Stringed, which has the goal of releasing songs that I helped write in previous bands that either got scrapped or just never saw release because of breakups. And I ended up still liking the song, so I wanted to release them out to the public. And the project will be mainly focused on metal, primarily new metal and groove metal with bits of classic metal. So for my first single, I plan to release that in late winter to early spring, so about February, March time. My main three goals for this project will be to test how early streaming success that I can get in the first like month or two. Create a little niche community in the Glasgow music scene that can hopefully expand and bring more people in, and creating connections in the industry so that can help, so we can help each other with writing, writing and making it, releasing songs and hosting gigs. For market research, I've used Spotify for artists, government statistics, and my own previous experience. And I found there's two major demographics that will be interested in this project. The would both be predominantly male with some female um, representation in there. The first group would range from 18 to 25, and they would likely be students, and they would heavily use social media, which means you have more find out from the project with Instagram, TikTok, and so on. The second group would range from 26 to 45, and they would be likely working full time, though some would still also be students. They Some would still use social media, but most of them I think wouldn't use social media as much, so they would be more looking at like posters and word of mouth. For the case study, I've said to look at Devin Townsend, who, with his multiple solo projects, with his main ones being Devin Townsend Project and Strapping Young Lad, has released over 50 albums over the past about 30 years. And he uses both, well, he uses Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and uploads at a consistent rate with hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, only about 4 or 5 thousand on TikTok at the current moment, and Facebook is about like in the tens of thousands. And I hope to use the case study to improve my social media campaigns and also the production of my songs. Financial costs. The biggest cost will likely be travel and musician hire, which with travel I will get for free due to Young Scott card. But more with the musicians I'll likely be hiring, they will not get a luxury, so they'll be traveling by train, which with how many sessions I plan on doing, which will hopefully be three for recording, will lead to about £100 in travel, and hiring them, I think we'll estimate about 200 at the moment. Studio, the studio, the producer, and the equipment will all be free as upon using the uni facilities, which means that studio and equipment I will get for free. As a producer, I plan self-producing this project myself to improve my production abilities, so they all come as free. Um, for a photographer and videographer, I bet say if I'm going with one person to do both, or a photographer and a videographer separately, but I'm thinking separately, which means I'm thinking about roughly £80 for £80 each for both people. And I think food and drink to photo sessions, I think would be about £75 at least. So I'm estimating about 435 in total. Although I think that'll likely increase once recording's all done. For my numerical objectives, I have Spotify streams, which I'm hoping a partial success is 100 streams, and my complete success success is 300 streams. For YouTube views, I'm planning on having 75 views as a partial success and 200 views as a complete success. My third objective is Instagram interactions, which I've broken into 3 parts here. So for followers, I've got 75 followers as a partial success and 150 followers as a complete success. For likes, I've got 150 likes as a partial success and 350 likes as a complete success. And for the final one here, Instagram views, I've got 750 views for my partial success, and for my complete success, I've put 2,500 views, which is all under the pretense that this is a brand new social media being started from scratch. For my timeline, since we're in December, I'm looking into videographers and photographers to hopefully begin filming for social media this month. And I'm also going to be organizing the recording sessions and booking them. January, I'm hoping to get the song like fully recorded to begin mixing and mastering. I'm also, while doing that, filming the videos for my documentary that I have that I want to put out later in the year. And then I'm also going to create the social media and begin the social media campaign that will continue throughout this entire timeline. And then hopefully, while doing that, the mixing and mastering is finished in February, while the documentary continues to be edited. Then I'm also going to be contacting my industry professionals to see if any will come back from me and want to be willing to give me feedback for my project. And I'm also hoping to get pre-saves started by February. And then I'm thinking, which will be setting up a DistroKid account as well to so we can get our writing credits and all that sorted out, which will be in March, which will also be when we release the song as well, around there, like around that time. And then going to April, the social media will continue. I'll hopefully at that point have my industry feedback, and I will then also be releasing a documentary at that point and any YouTube shorts I decide to put alongside it to help promote it better. And then I will be writing my final report and present my final presentation to show how much progress I've gotten in the project. Thanks for listening.